Welcome to the Cruiser Racer channel. I'm Rebel Lion of the Electron Rebels Bike Club, and this is Bike Talk. Bike Talk is a personal vlog with electric bike enthusiasts. Here we share with you news about the e-bike industry and new technologies. We also feature electric cruiser and cafe racer brands. And we specifically highlight custom and DIY electric bikes. If this channel appeals to you, and you like what we like too, please click like and subscribe. Now let's get to the show. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rebel Lion of the Electron Rebels, the Grand Admiral, and this is Bike Talk, the personal vlog of an E-nthusiast. Today's e-tech topic comes from the question, are electric bikes safe? Let's dive into that. Now this is a controversial question, my friends. And if you ask the typical e-bike rider, they'd probably say yes. As for myself, as an e-bike rider, I say that it solely depends on the rider. I can answer these questions because I've examined them from three perspectives: the automobile driver, the electric bike rider, and the pedestrian. So let's examine the results together, shall we? Proper gear. While studies are proving that e-bike accidents are just as deadly as motorcycle accidents, one can't help but to wonder why more durable gear isn't being promoted to e-bike riders. When motorcyclists ride, they tend to wear more suitable gear than e-bike riders. And of course they need to because of the high speeds that they travel. But e-bike riders, when they ride, they barely wear clothes. And let's start with the helmets. Let's not get started on the helmets, as a matter of fact. The helmets that e-bike riders wear are only suitable for standard bikes traveling at 3 to 5 miles per hour. The average motorcyclist wears durable pants, torso armor, reflective jackets, gloves, boots, an enclosed helmet that is made for high impact, bells and whistles. Unless already equipped or specially modified, unlike motorcycles, e-bikes are lacking in the safety standard department. Shocks, power brakes, power steering, safety lights, warning sensors, licensing, training, skills. These are all required to drive a motorcycle, both from the manufacturer and the rider. None of these standards apply to e-bikes. Negligent bike riders. Because this is such a new industry in the West, there are no standards. And lack of standards are the leading cause of accidents and fatalities to riders. Riders are often distracted with electronic devices, texting while riding. Yeah, I'm guilty. It's not a good idea behind the wheel, and it's certainly not a good idea on two wheels. Riders are also distracted with the I have the right of way mentality. Right of way or not, we as riders have to be alert for everyone on the road, not just ourselves. That means paying attention to all of your surroundings and keeping your eyes focused on the road. Automobile drivers are only looking for other automobiles. Unfortunately, automobile drivers only focus on large objects. So if an automobile driver isn't looking for a motorcyclist or a pedestrian, you can believe that they're not expecting a high-powered bicycle to whiz by at 20 miles per hour. And that doesn't just go for automobile drivers. That goes for pedestrians as well. As I said before, e-bikes are new to the West, and pedestrians don't typically see bicycles going at such high speeds. And because of that reason, the reaction time is going to be delayed when approaching a pedestrian. So if you don't slow down when approaching a pedestrian, you run the risk of taking them out, and that's not cool. Hence why the rider needs to be alert for everyone on the road. Right of way is not a privilege. Drivers must yield to bike riders and pedestrians, while bike riders must yield to pedestrians only. But nowadays, who exactly is following the rules? So with all that said, that's my take. What do you think? All right, so I'm going to end this talk right now. Later in the show, we'll be heading to a naturally preserved park and creek to scout for Friday cruising. And in the Builder's Corner, we'll be doing some maintenance and repair. Long overdue. So stay tuned because you just might learn something. Friends, as you can see, it is 45 minutes after 5 a.m. and we're trying something new. So yesterday morning, I've been setting my alarm clock to get up early. Yesterday I was up roughly around 3 o'clock in the morning, mainly because I went to bed at 8 p.m. But last night I didn't get to bed as early, but I still forced myself to get up early. Reason being is I've been trying to get on a better schedule because of COVID and now me working from home more full time for the last year, and a bunch of other things with projects going on. My schedule's been whacked off, way off. Like, there have been times when I've been going to bed at 5 a.m., 2 a.m., 11 p.m., waking up at 10, noon, afternoon, and I've still been productive, but I'd rather be more productive by getting up earlier. I mean, studies show this is why most successful people get up before everybody else. This is why Navy SEALs and military and others get up early in the morning, because you're so much more productive when you have an early start. So here I am, and I can't say it's not true because I was in the military. I know. Also, yesterday I was very productive after getting up as early as I was. So, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to go do my workout, have breakfast, have a shower. Never in the order, but, somewhat. And let's get the day going. Now, today we have a beautiful day ahead. We're gonna go do a scout out at a new place, at a new park that I found. Very excited about, and you'll like it as well. And also got the Builder's Corner that we're looking at. In the Builder's Corner, we're doing a few repairs on Ghost Cruiser. Had an issue last week with the battery, my first issue, and it all had to do with fuses. And usually when your batteries go out, it has to do with the fuse. So I'm happy I had that first obstacle, first of many, hopefully. And that's how we learn, right? With obstacles. So yeah, I'm going to go through all that in the Builder's Corner. All the things that I learned this past week with the battery, and then the tips and tricks that I learned with doing some maintenance and repair after a muddy ride with Ghost Cruiser. I did some maintenance, and I'll go through that and show you some clips in another video that I did earlier this week. So, without further ado, let's get to the day. First things first, gotta work out. Let's get it. All right, Operation Morning Workout complete. I'm going to go take a shower and head on over to the kitchen to make a breakfast sandwich. Catch up with you when it's time to eat. Let's make some breakfast. I'm hungry. I need to put my tea away. You know, the only way I go out, do my cruises, and have my good times is with my tea. So I need to go ahead and take my fresh brewed tea and put it in some bottles. Put it in the refrigerator and put it away. So I'm going to do that. I got the pan on right now. Pull out the food. I'm ready to eat for this breakfast sandwich. Alright, and here's breakfast. Got one breakfast sandwich and one little bowl of muesli. Hot tea. I am ready to eat. Hello, my friends. Looks like there's a break in the clouds and we got a little sunshine. So, as you know, I'm going to take advantage of that and get out and go do some riding. I was looking for a place to go. And I found several in the area that I've not been to. Of course, this is all about new exploration. And I found one that it seems like it's been right up under my nose a few times. I've rode across the bridge of this place, but have never been down the trail. So that's hiking or riding. So something new. So I'm gonna go check it out. Some killer shots down there. Saw a video of a hiker going through it. It looks like it's pretty fun. So I'm gonna go check it out and see what it looks like for an episode of Friday Cruising. And you are welcome to come along. So let's do it. Meanwhile, let me show you what I'm looking at. So this is it. This is what I'm looking at. Natural preserve, a lot of greenery, ferns. It's like a little rainforest. Something out of that movie Flight of the Navigator or Planet of the Apes, right? But it's pretty dope so far what I'm looking at. I found that it's not all stairs. There is a pathway, straight, flat, well not flat, but you know, dirt trail. So something smoother, something I don't have to, you know, with a bike. But there is more. So yeah, let's take a look at it. So here's the map of the park. It says it's 66 acres, so should be pretty big. Nice little trail loop. Whatever the case, I'm looking forward to this. So let's go. shots in the ride that I want to get, I gotta go all the way around the park. So that's 66 acres of park that I need to go around, which is cool. So I got power. How you doing? Let's take the scenic route. More like it. All right. So this is the trail I was talking about. This little reserve. You know, at one point, this whole part of town was very contaminated by lead. There was an old smokestack that used to sit atop of a hill here, blowing all that lead poisoning into the air. And this whole area was very much contaminated with it. Took many, many years of cleanup and getting rid of that old smokestack. In fact, they commemorated getting rid of the smokestack with a nice explosion. And yeah, here it is. Trying to return back to a very natural area. So I'm gonna take some more rides. In fact, let's see what's good over here. It's a creek rolling around the side here. There we go. I'm gonna have to break out the balancer. Awesomeness, welcome back. So yeah, here we are at the creek. I'm gonna show you, or here I am at the park. I'm gonna show you the creek. There's little pieces of it that you can see through all this bush. I mean, it's real thick, as you can see behind me. Look at all that, that's real thick, and that's the creek right behind me. Spark roast in front of it. I'm gonna take a good look, see if I can get some good pictures. Like I said, it's still bushy back there. I saw they were doing a lot of work on the site, as you guys saw as well. As people, they maintain a lot of the pathways. That's awesome. And I guess this is all just supposed to be just natural tall bush, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, here we are. And I'm gonna get some good shots. Let's take a look. So we had some good rain here. You can tell, like, yeah, we've been having some rain here. So you can tell the creek is gotten up. It's real nasty back this way. I'm in the mood for getting dirty today. I ain't even wearing my boots. Just got my chucks on. They're already still dirty from the last adventure. Now look at that. Some water from the natural stream. It's real wild back here. Sweet. I spot people down the trail. Before I was the only one I could see. Alright, so I'm gonna keep moving. But before I go, let's get that good shot though. So yeah, I think that. Not too bad. Now check this out. I found a wall of ferns. Up and down. I love it. Ferns to Washington rainforest are like ice plants to California canyons. Dope. On both sides too. I ain't even at the way up here. I haven't even crossed the bridge yet. I see it ahead though. Wonderful. Isn't that gorgeous? All that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Imagine how real green, just lush green it is during the summer, spring months. Well, yeah, here we are. The valley deep, nice in the canyon here. Wonderful. Nice, 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 nice. So here we are at the bridge that I was talking about. And then up ahead of the bridge is a fork in the trail. One side leads to nowhere, that'd be the side on the left, and the side on the right leads up into a residential area. But this bridge right here is where I'm gonna go ahead and do a photo shoot. I'm gonna go ahead and get the camera out and start snapping some shots because I really like this whole bridge scene here. I like that side better because on this side, you know, it becomes a dumping yard for people. That's one thing I do not like. I can't stand when people are inconsiderate of our nature areas, our preserve areas, and they don't preserve it either. Just have no regard for nature and beauty. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get me some shots. So I'm a little apprehensive about gloves off because it is cold still. I mean, it ain't freezing, but it's still chilly, especially down here in this little valley. But yeah, this is the dope. I like it. What you think? All right. So I got all my shots for the photo shoot part of it. Like I said, I do like this space right here. It's pretty dope. Reminds me of some of the graffiti art that I put up. Anyhow, I'm gonna keep exploring the trail. I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera back on my chest mount and give you guys a couple more sneak peeks of this here exploratory session or scout out. got it right this time. So I'm gonna give you a few more sneak peeks of our scout out, and then I'm gonna get on back home. I got some editing to do. So let's wrap it up. Let's see. Somebody's yard right there. Oh, check that out. There go the deer. Sweetness. Can you see that? Hey now. So yeah, this is the end. This goes up to the neighborhoods. That path goes up into the neighborhoods. More steps. And there you go. Originally, the rear rack was not a part of the original idea for this bike. However, the battery wasn't going to fit where the center console is, so I had to resort to buying a rear rack. The problem with the rack was the security, until I found this piece lying around in my junk pile. Here's a shot of how I had it mounted before. The problem I was experiencing with the original idea was that it would constantly move or shake over bumps in rough terrain. Now, the other issue was there was chafing happening on the seat post. Originally, I put an inner tube piece over that so that it would keep it from chafing and moving, but it chafed right through that. So what do you think? Looks like it's pretty stable to me. Yes, that's great. All right, first one done. All right, so to do this, I'm gonna have to find something to lean the bike against since I'm getting ready to take the kickstand apart. What I found was I got this old tool case that I use, or toolbox that I use for a step stool, a bunch of other things, and it works perfectly. Just roll back the bike pedal a little bit to fit it, and then for this front pedal, once I kick the stand off, it'll want to wobble to the other side, so I'm going to take a piece of wood and just kind of stiffen it up under that bike pedal. The purpose for this fix is to make the kickstand more stable. As the kickstand goes up and down, it becomes loose. So to fix this, I decided to take an old inner tube, cut it up into two pieces, and then fit it over the chainstay so that the kickstand is more stable as it goes up and down or being used. Dirty. Looking around this whole area, everything's nasty. So off the top, I can tell that I could put one on this side, but getting one on that side is going to be a bit of a challenge. Let's see what I can do. Being that I like building and fixing things, I usually keep spare parts around to either recycle, reuse, or repurpose. So here's an old inner tube that I cut up in 2 pieces, then I'll cut it in half so that it fits around the chainstay. So I've got them on and they look like they'll stay properly in place, but before I can do anything, I have to wash the bike. Alright, so there it is. It's all covered in the inner tube casing on both sides, and let's see if I get a shot from the underneath. This is all working out very well. I like that. That looks good. That looks real well. Just don't make the mistake like I did and put it on backwards the first time. Doesn't look like it wants to give in and get loose. So I'm gonna give it a whirl. Work with it for a few days, and I'll get back with you all and let you know how this works out. Earlier this week while on the scout out, I ran out of power. Unaware why, because my battery was fully charged before I left home. I had to go back home to connect with the manufacturer, who then sent me a diagram letting me know that the most common reason the battery fails is because of a fuse. So while taking apart the battery with this diagram, I found the fuse, replaced it, and I have no problems after that. The battery has 2 fuses. A 50 volt, which powers the discharging fuse, and a 10 volt, which powers the charging fuse. After I was done replacing the fuse, I rewrapped with the electrical tape, then screwed the battery back together, and everything was done. Well, that's our show for this week. Thank you so much for coming along. Ghost and I hope that you've enjoyed the adventure, and if you like what you saw this week, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, click the notification bell for more updates, and share this video with other E-nthusiasts. Help us grow this channel and this community. Your support is greatly appreciated. So without you, we don't have a community. So thanks again. We'll see you next time. Stay safe and ride easy. If you'd like to be part of our purpose, mission, and our journey, please consider becoming part of the Electron Rebels Bike Club. You can find links to the club in the description below. Ride easy.